Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Phoenix's Forge. This time is episode 2, and today we're going to be taking something like this, not quite this, it's going to be a bigger piece of 2x4, and we're going to make a staf. So, the story behind this one is my sister has this sort of, I wouldn't say LARPer, but they're doing a Lord of the Rings marathon, and she wanted to have a staff. So I'm going to take a 2x4, and I'm going to, cut some, like half circles, I guess it would be if I, well, whatever. I'm going to cut some half circles in certain places, maybe not quite that dramatic, but I want to try to keep it under halfway. And I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to round all the edges, and maybe leave a little knot on the top to make it look a little more staff-like, and keep the end a little nicer and less torn up. So that's my plan. So we're going to get to work on that. I'm going to be using a lot of the bandsaw today. And first we're going to start by drawing it out. So be right back when I've gotten the piece of wood and the pencil and stuff out. So I'll be right back. Okay, so we've got our piece of wood here, which I have measured out to be about 5 feet long. Because my sister is about 5 feet tall, it's supposed to, I think most staves are about the height of the person who owns them. So I just went with that and kind of rolled with it. So my goal is to try and keep it on one side of the middle, so that I don't get any spots that are thinner than, let's see, I guess this is 4, so 2 inches. I don't want any spots thinner than 2 inches, therefore it could break. So I'm just going to freehand this, I guess. Actually, I have a French curve in the house, but so let's go for somewhere in there. Actually, no, let's not do that. I need to see if I can't get an eraser of some sort. I don't have anything to, oh, I do. Here we go. An eraser. So I don't want to do that. I want to save the top, I don't know, somewhere in here, somewhere in this range, and I'm going to leave that and kind of knob it a little bit more. So we're going to start here. So we'll bring it in, we'll start here, and bring it down this way, so somewhere in there. And then we're going to come at it from this side in here somewhere. Kind of get rid of that knot. And then we're going to go from here, I'd say, and go for a really long spot. And then we'll go for a really short one right there. So this is just a rough layout, but I'm going to grab something I can see a little easier. So we're going to go there. There, and then we'll kind of round this out a little more. And there's one in here somewhere. And then there's that one there. And then for this, I would like to, so this is the areas I'm cutting out. So I'd like to cut something like this to the bottom of it, give it a little more of a staff-likeness to it. So I don't know if you can see that down there, but so this is my plan for it so far. So let's move over to the saw and see what we can do with it. My table saw, and it's nice. It's a woodworking one, so I know I've got the right piece of machinery for this. The only problem I'm seeing here is if I do this, I hit the wall. So I can't get very far. Comes to somewhere in here. Now if I flip it around, I can get to somewhere in there. See, you can't even see my finger on the camera, I don't think. And that means I've got this entire section, this entire loop that I have to figure out something else to do with. So I'm thinking if I come out to a point and then come back to a point and I can just round it. That's what I'm thinking for that middle one. Because I'll be able to do these mostly. If I get to like in here, I can just come in with a handsaw and do that. So that's my plan. So let's get to it. Okay, so we're back with the final result of the hand sawing, which took a few too many saws in my opinion, but what are you gonna do? So this is the finished, well, this is the finished product to this point. Now I just gotta go back through with a bunch of sanding and round all this stuff out, including these. I might go back over to the table saw and kind of go along these edges a little bit, but other than that, we're looking probably about the halfway point. So I'll be back with you once I've done a bunch of the sanding, bunch of the rough sanding to at least, you know, smooth out this stuff. I won't do any of the rounding yet. I just want to smooth out the hand sawedness. So I'll be back shortly. Okay, so I'm back. I've been going at this for a couple. Well, I started like 2 hours ago on this project, and I'm getting there. So I went back and I sawed off a bunch of the edges, except for the spot that I can't get to, which is all of this. But I went and got all the edges off, and I started sanding in here, if you can't tell. But, so I probably got 2 or 3 hours of sanding to go, and I figured I wouldn't want to bore you guys with, you know, even if it was sped up times 64, it'd still be 20 minutes of sanding, you know, something like that. So I'm going to go sand for the next couple of hours, and I'll be back when this thing is near done with the sanding process, okay? So I'll be right back. So we're back. It's 4 hours later, and I'm pretty happy with the sanding, finally. Sanding, cutting, all sorts of shaping. I've done a lot to this piece of wood in the last 4 hours. I have a deadline, which is like 4 or 5 o'clock today, and it is 3, so I'm running out of time. So I've got 2 steps left. One, I'm not sure if I'm even going to do, but the other one we can start right now, which requires me going up here and making sure you can still see this. Okay, you can, so we'll go like this. Okay, well, I've got this thing in here. And now we're going to do something. So I'm just going to do that for probably the next half an hour, and I'll be back with you once I've done that. So here's what I did. I burned it in like this, and it looks pretty good, I'd say. I'd say that looks pretty schmazzy. Schmazzy fancy. And I also sprayed a coat of clear over this side of it. I haven't done the other side yet, but... So I put a coat of clear over this side of it, and I'm going to clear coat the other side, and we'll be done with this. So I'll see you after I've clear coated the other side, and we'll finish up this video. See you then. So, welcome back. It's after the party, and this is how it turned out from this angle. If I lay it there, you can see it pretty nicely. Thin coat of clear and some burning, as I said. Yeah, I didn't have time to do a little segment before she left, so I just have to show you it now. So this is it. With the burning, I was able to hide a bunch of the sand marks, the difference between, you know, a 2x4 sanded. You can sort of see it in here where this is a different color than this. I was able to get rid of most of that, and this is how it turned out. At the party, she got quite a quite a few likes of the staff and asked where they made it, or where she got it, and I made it, so I'm pretty happy with the positive reviews of it, if you will. And yeah, that's about all I got for this project. And I think, see you again in another video. Outro.
I would like to thank you for watching. A like, a comment, and a subscription would be greatly appreciated. If there's ever anything you'd like to see me do, please leave in the comment section down below, and I'll see you again in another video. Bye!